Hey, shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back. I thank you again for joining me today. Today, I want to do an introduction for First and Second Chronicles. First and Second Chronicles, of course, is an interesting Old Testament book. It's a records. I'm just want to read some information on both books for beginners, like I do in my other introductions to whatever book. Composition date is in between 450 and 400 BCE. While the author is unnamed, Jewish tradition credits Ezra as the author of both First and Second Chronicles. The Book of Chronicles is the eighth of 12 books categorized as history. The name of the book derives from the Hebrew. It's Divrei, Haymim, meaning the events of the days. Both books of Chronicles offer a full chronology of Israel and originally constructed as one book. Supposedly as one book like Kings and Samuel. First Chronicles begins with the creation of Adam and ends with the ascension of Solomon to the throne. The book is intended to provide a history for those of Judah who returned from Babylon in 458 BCE. The two books of Chronicles cover much of the same ground as 2 Samuel and the two books of Kings. With these differences, Samuel and Kings are more biographical and personal, while the Chronicles are more official and statistical. The former gives more of the perspective of the prophet, highlighting the throne. The latter, from the view of the priest, focusing on the temple. The bulk of the two books of Chronicles is devoted to the reign of David and his son Solomon. First Chronicles focuses on the establishment of the Davidic kingdom after the death of Saul, the return of the ark to Jerusalem, and David's preparations to build the temple, along with organizing the priesthood. David understood that Israel's worship of Yahweh was what made them strong. Establishing true worship should always take precedence, even now. In this spiritual foresight, David knew that putting Yahweh first was critical to the success of his kingdom. For the first time since Genesis, we see in the Chronicles a recounting of the historical panorama of Yahweh's people and the great profound truth that their response to Yahweh determines their entire history and destiny. So that was for the First Chronicles. The Second Chronicles here basically says here, the book of Second Chronicles is the ninth of 12 books categorized as history. The name of the book deprives, we already went through that. Second Chronicles begins with Solomon's inauguration and ends with Cyrus the Great proclamation to release Judah from the Babylonian captivity for the rebuilding of the temple. The book was intended to provide a complete history for those of Judah who returned from the captivity in 458 BCE. The author desired to record the nation's legacy and rich heritage, including its achievements and failures. Its content includes excerpts from Isaiah, which you'd find in 2 Chronicles chapter 32, verse 32, and another book referred to as the Book of the Kings of Judah and Israel. You'd find that in 2 Chronicles chapter 16, verse 11, and then chapter 25, verse 26. Chronicles looks back to summarize the throne period and also anticipates the throneless new period. There are several key lessons in 2 Chronicles, many from the life of Solomon. As noted in the introduction of 1 Kings, Solomon is possibly the greatest example of this dichotomy. He was blessed with incredible wisdom, but lacked the wisdom to foresee his own end. In addition, this book illustrates Yahweh's great compassion and deliverance. Even though Judah was guilty of idolatry and rebellion, Yahweh fulfilled his promise and delivered Israel from Babylonian bondage. As noted in Psalms 103, Verse 8, Yahweh is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and plenteous in mercy. He will not always chide, neither will he keep his anger forever. Just a little bit. He'd keep it for a while, but after a while, that's just how he is. That's just how our Creator is. But I just wanted to share this with you because it's really important, and I encourage you guys to read both of them, study them up, look at them. It's great references, great books, great advice from the past, the successes and the failures, and how can we learn from them. And anyways, comment below. Let me know what you think about this, and if you like it, how you studying it and whatever. And also give me a big thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and also subscribe. I really appreciate that. And oh, by the way, please watch my other videos too. I got plenty videos for the choosing. Until we meet again, peace out and shalom.